This one's on tire thumping. Uh, Check pressure, do a pre-trip and post-trip. Look at it when you're stopped somewhere. It never hurts to just look at it or thump it on a regular basis. But what I want to propose here is that this right here, it's called a hammer, is going to be your best tire thumper. It's not a ball peen hammer. It's not a dead blow. It's just a hammer. So the tire, sometimes by the pressure and the manufacturer, will determine how it feels. But when it's aired up real good, nice and hot, you can just tell. Look at that. Look at that bounce back. If you hit it and it doesn't bounce back real nice and happy, you can even hear the sound of it. It's beautiful. So use a hammer. Hold it carefully so it doesn't bring, claw hammer you, and just thump your tires. You'll get used to that sound. Now I'm trying to find a hammer that has an air pressure gauge on it. I don't think that's been invented yet. So it doesn't tell me my PSI. Kicking it with a boot definitely does not tell you anything. So maybe somebody out there will invent boots with a air pressure gauge out there. Kick a tire. In here, when you're going to air it up, here's a device. If you've got gator clips on here, sometimes when you go to check them without tire thumping, if you go to use the gauges, this right here, these valve stem cores that are right in here, they screw in. They will get stuck when you check it, and debris will get in there and hold it open, and you won't realize it because it's so subtle. Let's see if I can get a focus. So anyway, what you want to do is always check it, and these little gator clips or any kind of cap is going to be your best friend in those situations. When it gets stuck open, you can barely hear it. That will help keep it closed and keep you until you can get it properly checked or fixed. Here's a little device for about $12. Now these are Napa parts that do work. I'm in sunshine, so I can't focus very well. Where are you? There you go. These are like a little pencil, but on one end they've got a suction cup, and on the other end you can actually, inside there, you can actually take the one on the inside dually. You can actually unscrew your valve stem core and replace it, but you want to be careful because all that pressure will shoot that thing at you like a projectile. So it's a little $12, what do you call it? It's got a California cancer warning on it, so it's got to be important. Valve cover Pro, remove and install. Yeah, but always check your air pressure when you can. Definitely when you detect a thumping issue with your hammer, or you just visually know and that something's going on. Down here, sometimes we have an oblate spheroid, ladies and gentlemen. It's the only one detectable. It's kind of, where's it at? It's kind of pear-shaped. Your tire will look kind of fat or bulgy. Sometimes it's depends on your location. Sometimes the roads will get grooves in them, or parking lots. Your tire will look fat, it'll look low, it'll look flat. So you get an oblate spheroid. You want an oblate spheroid down here. You want a little pear-shaped in the middle, a little pudgy. Because if you don't, you've got a hard tire and you're going to have problems. You'll like put it on a forklift. But yeah, don't let that bother you. It's psychological. It'll mess with your head. It depends on the position. You'll know by the air pressure, and if it was a problem being pudgy, you would see it be split down here, probably have cracks in it. So all is good there, but definitely tire thump it, and if you detect any kind of problems, usually check your air pressure up here when it's cold or sat overnight. Sorry about my camera angle, I'm not a cameraman. That way you don't have heat inflation issues. It might show 120 when hot and normal 95 or 100 when it's set overnight, and that's good. So cold, you want whatever's on the recommendations on the outside of the tire.